So the question is, why are they going more out here? And in the West, people are start going in, coming back. That's because in the West, people have seen through their dreams with richness or wealth. They have gotten their desires that these people still desire. And especially when they see the Western programs now, which has just been there for a few years. The young people watching MTV don't have anything. So they have all these desires. They think that's how it should be. So this is, the whole world is in a way brainwashed from America, which is the peak of Western civilization. And they have never found anything. They are just confused. Nobody is more confused and more stressed and more tense than in America. That's why also in America now, more and more people going into meditation. And there, Tibetan Buddhism, meditation, growth therapies, all this is very popular. Because they know that it didn't work. All the power, all the richness, it didn't work. So here, Buddhism and meditation is disappearing. The young people, they want wealth, fame, new clothes, going to the West, going to Europe, going to America. And in America and Europe, they want to come here. But then you come to that East and West. It's nothing to do with East and West, because what you need to do is to go into yourself, which has nothing to do with East and West. So this is the next step. Because here you even see people coming from the West, and they're studying the scriptures in the monasteries. And they don't find any Buddha there. They find words, old words. It's no life. So, throughout the history, you need somebody to remind you. That's also a more Eastern thing, to have a mystic, a master, a guide, a true teacher, a guru. That has been always acknowledged in the East. If people are really want to have the real truth, then they find somebody who have accepted themselves, who have found truth. People are really after truth, longing for truth, for freedom, for love. They don't study books. That's just in the beginning. But here, they haven't gone through that. So most of the East, they still have to become westernized. They have to go through that whole circle of becoming wealthy, or buying new clothes, new cars, new fridges, travel, and find out that they didn't get happy. The West has already done that. Even stupid people there see that it didn't work. They're trying to keep it together, but it's not working. That's why the explosion is really happening in the West, in a spiritual way. Because religion, or true spirituality, it only happens after you have all the basic needs taken care of. Like money, clothes, food. If you don't have that, then you still desire it. So the West have this now. So that's why it can go more in on the inner journey. And when you go in your inner journey, Then it becomes a balance. And then you can live in peace, both inside and outside. Then you can use the wealth, but you don't get identified with it. That's what the West needs to learn. That's what happens through meditation. You find something that is much better than all your money, all your power, all your success. And out from that you can do anything, but then you're not identified. That I think I am Mr. So-and-so, I'm a wealthy man, I'm afraid of losing my power, my money. All this will go because you found something that is everlasting. You found something eternal in you. That's the only thing to be depend on. These things that comes and goes, how can you be content with that? That's why it's like chasing shadows. So if you want to chase something that is real, something that will last. Find out what is there. But that people have forgotten. Even here, they have forgotten. So in the East, they say in the beginning, then the mind is rushing like a waterfall from the high mountain, very restless. Like you asked about the restless mind yesterday. So in the beginning it's like a waterfall, just totally mad, no control. That's how it is when people start going in. They're not even aware that it is like a waterfall. Only by going in you see your own madness, your own thoughts. Then as you go in it becomes little more quiet. When it goes into the deep valleys, but still some small waterfalls is happening. Still chaotic, but not totally out of control. You have glimpses in between that is quiet. Then it comes down to the plains, and it's more quiet, and you can start seeing the landscape around you and enjoying the flowers, the sunrise, the fruit trees and the people around you. Then you start enjoying. Then at last you reach the ocean. And when this river meets the ocean, then the river disappears into the ocean. Then there is no more river, then it's the whole ocean. And the ocean is very quiet, very deep. And the ocean knows it is the ocean. Even if once in a while one wave is on the surface, it doesn't disturb the ocean. Even once in a while a hurricane comes, the ocean is just giggling, a little action on the top. That's how the mind becomes. It's happening far, far away. But you know who you are.